Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing? Welcome to a very relaxed start to another exciting painted dog safari with me, Gareth Poole, and my good friend Maddie, who's on camera behind us. We decided after yesterday's insanely exciting and eventful afternoon safari that this afternoon Maddie and I and all of you are just going to do a birding game drive this afternoon. We just sit here at the waterhole, get out of the hot afternoon sun that's blazing this afternoon. So we're just going to see how many birds we can tick off over the next 2 hours. So far we've got a dark cap bulbul, we've got glossy starlings or cape starlings, I've seen a Karachani thrush, I can see some yellow-fronted canaries. It's just bliss, you know, and it's just all so lovely, calm, cool and collected. I am, of course, just kidding, everybody. It is not going to be a 2-hour birding safari. We are certainly going to go and look for adventure and excitement. But I did want to start here and just see if any of the big animals may have come here for a drink or a wallow. I was hoping for Rhino or the elephants because it's such a hot day. It's about 35 degrees Celsius, so I think that's close to 100 Fahrenheit right now, so it's very hot. But it's beautiful. Such a gorgeous afternoon, and we'll go past a number of the waterholes again. That's definitely the best MO at this time of the year because it's so dry, because it's hot. These animals will often go to water at this time of the year. So we started here at Leopard and we're going to head over to Kudu Krip from here, which is that small little waterhole not far from here. Go and see if there's signs of anybody there. Let's quickly check in with our pack members and see who has joined us. Good afternoon, Mary and Di. Hello, Carol. Hello, Willow. Hello, Deneen, Elsa, Rosemary. Wonderful to have you with us all, everybody. Very excited for this afternoon. Let's see what this amazing reserve will produce. I was just saying to Maddie just before we went live, him and I were sitting here with our heads back, eyes closed. Just imagine having a afternoon siesta here under the trees next to this dam. How peaceful it is. It's just amazing. And how productive it actually would be in terms of game viewing. It is hit and miss, of course, but imagine just sitting here and a leopard comes over the dam wall and has a drink, or the elephants come and swim in the dam, or a big white rhino bull comes to decide to wallow in the shallows in the mud. It's just incredible. Would be incredible. I've had many moments like that in the past, not just on private reserves, but also in the national park in Kruger. Often do that, just go and sit at waterholes. Very, very productive. Oh, come on, Mary. Birding safaris are amazing. They're super exciting. It's like now going to be close to 350 different bird species that we could potentially find here. And I'll tell you one thing. With birding, good game viewing comes with it, because you switch the car off, you spend time watching birds, and then you hear the alarm calls of monkeys, or you very often will be birding at a waterhole and then you'll have the elephants come and drink at water. So don't discount birding too much. It certainly is rewarding for those who are obviously interested in birding, but like I say, in terms of big game viewing as well, it's so nice to have the engine turned off. You never know, you could also hear a leopard rasping or a line whirring. Interestingly enough, there were lion tracks here, by the way, just before we got to the water's edge of one of the male lions that we had from yesterday. They came past here probably midnight last night, just judging on distance. But I believe they continued east towards Bosk, up towards the camp there. I'm not necessarily going to go look for them this afternoon. We'll see if we can find maybe the pride or some rhino or leopard. Definitely going to tackle fresh leopard tracks if we do come across them. Good afternoon, Jan. Good to have you with us. Very excited to get going, everybody. Was hoping for some rhino to come and drink here, but nobody has arrived yet. But we'll now head on over to the next little waterhole. Let's see who we find there. Flushed some water thickneys, which not too happy to see us. Very high-pitched call that you can hear there, and actually quite a pretty bird. Got some really awesome markings. These water thickneys, which feed on predominantly insects here along the water's edge, and usually mostly active at night, which is why they weren't at the water's edge before. They were just hiding out in some bushes next to the water. I hadn't seen them until I inadvertently flushed them like we've just done. But if you look at a thickney's eyes, you'll see their eyes are adapted for dark conditions. Big eyes to absorb low light when it's dark. So their pupils will actually dilate. That eye will be completely black at night, so that they can better absorb low light and spot the movement of insects under the cover of darkness. It's not to say that they won't feed during the day. They certainly do, but mostly active at night. You saw the one bird there on the left just tilt its head to the side like that, looking up skyward. When they're exposed like this during the day, they are very nervous of birds of prey. So they'll often turn their heads sideways like that and just look up, just to make sure there aren't any goshawks that are around that are probably their biggest predator during the day. At night, it'll be snakes and things like genet, caracal, leopard that are their potential threats. During the day, they'll be worried about eagles and hawks and goshawks. Such a beautiful spot, this Leopard Dam. All right, everybody. So as promised, there we go, a little bit of birding. Let's go see who else we can find. Good afternoon, Atropa. Welcome to another wonderful afternoon safari. Started with a couple of beautiful birds at Leopard Dam. We are now heading up to the next little waterhole. We are really hoping to find tracks of some rhino or leopard. Still very hot right now, so a lot of the game will still be quite stationary, but as the temperature starts to drop now, there'll be a bit more movement and a lot of the game will head to water to have their last drink for the day before it gets dark. Seeing tracks of zebra on the road here. Looks like quite a big herd of zebra that we're heading the direction we're headed. Always look very carefully in these tiny little dry creeks that we drive through. It's definitely a spot where leopard will rest in the heat of the day. The last tracks we had of this resident female leopard here in the south of the reserve were actually in this very riverbed, this dry riverbed here. She was coming back this way towards the dam we've just left. Carol's asked the question if we've seen any Warburg's eagles yet. Yes, I have seen one, Carol, but oddly enough haven't seen more since, and that one that I saw was about a week ago. So not all of them are back yet, but a couple of the cuckoos are back. I've heard Klaas's cuckoo. My wife actually heard Diedrich's cuckoo at home today at our house in town near Rietspruit. The cuckoos are coming back. Definitely got the yellow-billed kites back. Seen a number of them around. Such an exciting time of the year for me. I love seeing all the summer migrants return. Here's a very pretty little bird. Will it come back to its perch? Maybe not. Just spotted a pair of little bee eaters that flew across the road. One landed in the tree here next to the road, but now flown off, and we're now looking straight into the sun where it landed, so we're not really going to see it up there. A ridiculously pretty little bird. the little bee eater. Won't be long before its relatives return as well. Carmine bee eater, white-fronted bee eater, European bee eaters. Looking forward to their return as well. Exquisite family of birds. Matt, you see that tree that's, I don't worry about filming it, but just quickly, you see where that tree's bent over into the riverbed? I want to put a camera trap there. So I'm just chatting to Matt, everybody, about this little dry riverbed that runs in front of us here, or across us here. This little riverbed is where I last had the set of tracks of this female leopard, and it's now the third time in the last 3 months I've found her tracks coming from Kudu-Krip, this little waterhole up here. She obviously drinks there. She comes down into this creek and then follows this drainage line. And we're going to set up a camera trap, if we can, at some stage on that tree. And I'm telling you now, we're going to get good shots of this leopard.
Facing this way? Or
yeah, facing this way. Most of the tracks that I've found head south in this drainage line. I'll happily come and do it with you as well. Maybe we just come out earlier one afternoon and set it up here. Love to try and get more photographs of her. And you never know, she might also at some stage den in this little riverbed, give birth to her cubs down here. It's a really good area. Just looking very carefully for tracks as we now approach this waterhole. It's just up ahead here. Afternoon, Kevin. I think you're the first leadwood station out. No updates. One from Kai and then myself from Hayes.
Okay, copy. The pride were at Wildebeest Dam this morning at a mail line passing through Borskamp. The others are the other side there somewhere, and this afternoon, crossing Wildebeest, heading down that middle drainage line, the bigger one, towards
Copy that, thanks. Just having a quick look here to see if our leopard has been here to drink. Just busy paying attention to some red-billed oxpeckers that are flying in. They've come in, they're landing in the tree here because they're probably waiting for me to bugger off. They want to drink water. But they've come in from close to the drainage line behind us here. It's a very productive area for these rhino. We'll just quickly pop down towards where I think those oxpeckers have come from. And we might get lucky with some rhino there. Those birds, of course, do sit on a number of other species. Giraffe, kudu, impala, warthogs. But it's worth checking because we know the rhino are often here. There's good shade down there as well and good grazing. Don't see any leopard tracks. There's good shade and grazing in this area, so we'll just quickly go down. There's a road that goes down towards where those oxpeckers came from. Just quickly pop down there and see if we can find who they were sitting on. Lots of rhino tracks here, but nothing particularly fresh. Probably in the last 24 hours that these rhino were here. Maybe these ones were here this morning. Yeah, it could be. Those tracks are a bit better. Looks like there were 3 or 4 rhino that came down here this morning and had a drink at Kudu Krip, and it could be them. They might have had a drink there and they've spent the day grazing down here. Could be them that those oxpeckers have just flown off of. those oxpeckers flew up somewhere around here. Don't see any fresh tracks of rhino here. I was just listening as well to see if I don't hear more oxpeckers. Good afternoon, Marcy. Lovely to have you with us. Another gorgeous afternoon here. Hot afternoon. Searching for rhino in a very productive rhino area right now. I did have some tracks back near this waterhole behind me. Those tracks were from this morning. Gorgeous afternoon, yeah. Hot afternoon. I am also certain that this female leopard we see regularly, the relaxed one here in the south, uses this area to hunt as well and to rest during the day, in the heat of the day, down in this riverbed, which is just below us here. I'm just checking very carefully to see if there are not any fresh tracks of her as well. do love this road. Such a beautiful area. Some black rhino tracks on the road here as well, everybody going the direction we're headed, but I do think from last night. But you never know. Might still be close by in this area. I see Carol's just made mention of the incredible elephant sighting we had last night. Oh, that was one for the record books, particularly with that young bull calf coming right up to my vehicle like that. When I got home last night, my son Harrison had just got out of the bath, and I lay down on the bed with him and showed him the videos of this elephant, this little elephant calf that got so close to the vehicle. He was mesmerized. And then the first thing he says to me, "Where's the big elephant?" The first thing he says to me after watching that video. I said, "Don't worry, boy. She was very close by, making sure her baby was okay." My clever little son. Yeah, that was a special moment. It was wonderful to have shared that with those of you that were with us yesterday evening. We've got a relatively fresh set of white rhino here now, everybody. Certainly a lot of tracks of other game that have walked over the rhino's tracks, but you'll clearly see them on the road here. Just walking back on the tracks there just to see. I thought I'd seen a track of a little calf with this white rhino, but So No Hope and her baby do spend quite a lot of time in this area too, grazing here. Well, they have done the last couple of weeks. It does almost look like it's a cow and a little calf, and then like a sub-adult or like a 3-4-year-old white rhino that's with them as well. Maybe No Hope's previous calf might have joined up with them. Lots of tracks of other animals that have walked on top of the rhino's tracks. So again, I think the tracks are from sometime this morning. There's been a lot of game that have walked along here since, but again, you never know, it could still be close by here. Yeah, that elephant sighting yesterday, Susan, was remarkable, so do go watch it. It was so much fun. And the whole herd, they were just quite relaxed. Such a beautiful afternoon with them. There's never really any aggression from any of the herd, even when that little calf was right next to our vehicle. I just had to every now and then remind the little calf that it obviously is not allowed to touch the vehicle, because that's how close it was. Now, I've just heard on the radio as well, everybody, Kevin has reported the pride of lions are resting at one of the waterholes further to the north of us here. A waterhole that a lot of you will probably recognize, Lowveld of South Africa. Sounds like the pride are just sleeping at that waterhole. So we will try to get up there today or this evening. That's the general direction we're headed now. But we'll just see how it goes. You never know. We might come across, you know, a whole bunch of other stuff before we get up there. But I am going to sort of point our nose in that direction. Yes, Carol, it's been a good while since we were last at Lowveld of South Africa. Another really productive game viewing area, beautiful area. There's certainly a lot of leopard activity around there too. The other kudu krip female, young kudu krip female, hangs around there. So we're definitely going to aim for that direction this afternoon. See what happens. Kevin for Gareth.
Okay.
What was your route from Lowveld of South Africa?
I'm on horseback heading towards Boskamp.
Okay, copy. I'd like to go follow up on the Pride at Lowveld of South Africa from Wildefy Poachers.
Yeah, no problem, it's open now. We'll find them at the dam.
Copy, thanks. Amazing. We haven't seen much general game at all this afternoon because of the heat, I think. Everybody's still hiding in the shade somewhere waiting for it to cool down. It won't be long now before the temperature will start dropping a little bit. And of course, being at Lowveld of South Africa, where the lions are, where the Pride are, you never know who might come and drink there. Things could get very interesting there this afternoon. Afternoon, Humphrey, I think.
Good afternoon, Humphrey. Get an update, you are big.
Just a reminder to everybody that has tuned in this afternoon, for those of you who are interested in getting your hands on our high resolution image of the week, which happens to be one of my photographs of a rhino. The keyword for this week is prehistoric. So you can get in touch with us and and send in the keyword prehistoric to try and get your hands on that awesome photograph that I took a couple years ago. Just quickly want to see if there's any leopard tracks at this intersection. Set of hyena tracks, and then a set of tracks of a giant, a human being with feet that must be size 14. It's unbelievable, barefoot on the road here. That's bizarre. Look at the size of that foot. I wonder why they would be barefoot. Ah, rhino right here. Wow. Ow, that is epic. So white rhino just up ahead here on the left, everybody. And I think it's No Hope and the calf. Just become aware of us now, so I'm just going to stop here. Mom was grazing. Just wait for them to come out from behind the trees there. I don't want to disturb them anymore, but it is definitely a female with her little calf here. So cool. What a treat to bump into them. Just moving away from us here now. They're a little bit unsettled. They're not too sure what we are yet. Mom hasn't figured us out yet. The wind is blowing from her towards us as well, so she can't smell us. Might be why she's just a little bit nervous right now. Station's located little calf. Oh my word. Too freaking cute. Staying right behind Mom there. Shannon, I see you put the comment there, Brent, with the Sasquatch feet. If he was around, it could have very likely have been him. This mother rhino is still trying to figure us out. Yeah, she can't. I don't think she can see us here. We're sitting in the shade behind some trees. Just wait to see what she does. Oh, she's going to move across to the next road back here, and so are we. We'll just go back slowly and just sit at the junction. I'm sure we're going to see them come into the road back here, everybody. Located a white mother of mouse. Located a white rhino cow with a little calf here at the junction of Wilderfay poachers.
Okay, Wilderfay and poachers.
Yeah, affirmative. She's going to cross Wilderfay heading in a westerly direction, about 50 meters north of Poachers Junction.
Yeah, I've been following a bull and a car tracks around on Eland, but I'll head your way now.
Copy. Look at the little one trotting. Oh my god, look at this, guys. Oh, shame. Little calf just got caught on the tree and got spooked. Wow, they're very unsettled by us this afternoon. I'm not sure why.
If anybody is going to the lines there, I'm sure that a Rhino bull will end up very shortly.
Well, they've stopped running now, but they were not happy with us up close to them here, which is a pity, but how lucky we were to have seen them. Saw the little calf trying to climb over this fallen over tree and had a massive panic attack because it kind of got stuck on that fallen over tree, and panic set in, trotted along the road and took off, and that's also why Mom then took off. She obviously never wants to be too far from her little calf. Yeah, they're still moving away there, everybody. I'm not going to disturb them anymore. Just leave them be. What a treat though. Our stations, I'm leaving this. I'm leaving that cow and calf. They went highly mobile west from Wilderfay, just north of Poachers Junction.
Following the road, or are they going through a bush?
Going through the bush, but I'm sure they'll settle down now that I've left them, so I'm sure you'll get them on the road west of Wilderfay.
Okay, copy, thanks.
That was epic. Yeah, I love those types of surprises. I think that was No Hope and her little calf, yeah. It looked like her with that, really tattered left ear. I'm pretty sure it's her. Very cool. I'm sure Ashley back at FC is very happy to know that we found them this afternoon. Sorry, Ashley. Thought we had some leopard tracks on the road here, but it's spotted hyena. Not fresh, but yeah, maybe a couple days old. picking up the pace ever so slightly here because we've still got a little distance to go before we get to Lowveld of South Africa where the lions are. And that temperature is starting to drop now, so I want to get there because you never know who else might come to drink and what sort of interactions we might get. Tracks of the pride on the road here. They must have been hunting in this area last night. Kevin for Gareth.
Yeah, go ahead.
To confirm all 6 females were at Lowveld of South Africa.
Yeah, they're all lying in a pile just near where the spillway starts.
Copy, thanks. Yeah, so I was just asking Kevin now if all 6 females of the pride were at Lowveld of South Africa, and apparently they are, because sometimes, you know, the pride does split up, so the tracks that I'm seeing here might have been a split in the pride, but no, they're all together, so they must have been hunting in this area and then headed up to the dam from here. Right, so from where we are now, we just now sort of come into this other young female leopard's territory. It's usually around here where we've seen her tracks, where we've heard the alarm calls. Haven't seen her since the last time we captured her on a live at Lowveld of South Africa. This is definitely her patch that we've entered here now. Tracks of a white Rhino bull on the road here heading our direction, so potentially heading to the dam for a drink. I'm also about 5 minutes out from that sighting at Lowveld of South Africa. There's a wildebeest up ahead.
I'd like to respond to the sighting at Lowveld of South Africa. I'm about a minute out.
Sure, that's a big bull. The loner. These wildebeest bulls spend most of their lives on their own, holding territory and waiting for female herds to pass through their territories. Risky business, particularly with the pride of lions close by here. But fortunately for him, he's going the right direction. He's moving away from the water, moving away from where the pride are. That is a big bull, very mature wildebeest bull. Probably find that he's doing a lot of breeding here on the Rietspruit Game Reserve, that particular bull. He's in his prime. Good luck to you, sir. Right, so it sounds like quite a bit of vehicle traffic heading towards Lowveld of South Africa. We're not the only ones that are hoping to see the lions this afternoon, but we are not too far now. Very fat, lazy girls. That's something like join these when the sighting of the Pride at 3 vehicles here now. The lioness is actually sleeping on the wet, yeah, just next to the water. It will obviously a lot cooler than anywhere else here at the waterhole, and they didn't bring that wet mud up onto the bank away from the water. Must have been maybe elephants or rhino that were at some stage and brought up all this wet mud bank there. Ness is taking full advantage of that. You can lie on that wet mud. I mean, it must be so nice, cool, particularly under the shade of this acacia tree that's directly above them. The gremlin mad on it. He's trying to sort it out. Yes. With full bellies, sleeping near some waterhole. Happens all the time. And so you probably find that because of, we find them not at a carcass, it's small prey that they get more than that we find here on the Rietspruit Reserve. So probably eating a lot of them, possibly Impala, young kudu, and because there's 6 adult lionesses here, feeding that meal before sunrise, and that's when we find them, of course. You'd be amazed at how many Impala eat. People with big prides, always go for large prey because many because abundant and relative prey species to tackle. Eat a lot of Impala, and all they need to do is make sure that they're eating, obviously, Impala more regularly if they're not catching larger prey. saying they can't see anything. Yeah, I get it. Apparently. Signal where I am, so I don't mind. I'm going to come past you and maybe just park on the and see if I can get some signal. Free. Get back. Are we still live?
Yep.
Good. Was that Vincent on the damn wall?
Yep.
Okay. No. Welcome back, everybody. Apologies for the gremlins back there. I think where we were parked under the trees up against the water's edge, we were struggling with signal. But really hope that you can all see this amazing view that we have here now from the dam wall of the girls still lounging about here in the mud. nice vantage point from being up above them like this. It also means that I can now see the entire waterhole, and we can all see the entire waterhole if something else does come down here to drink. While I was working my way around, I actually noticed a small herd of about 5 or 6 Impala that are very close by, just 100 yards from the waterhole here, and you never know, they might be thinking about coming to drink here. So things could get very spicy. Not that I think the lionesses would be in too much of a hurry to hunt, having fed on something last night, but being cats, they'll always take interest in something that comes to the water's edge. Any movement excites them. They just might not be able to give it a full-hearted attempt with their fat bellies. Oh yay, that's great to hear, Betty. I'm glad you can hear us and see this amazing pile of lionesses. Just seen a monkey, vervet monkey, come up onto the damn wall here now. It's running away from us. I reckon that monkey has no idea this pride is here. Be interesting to see what it does if it does spot them. Whether it starts to sound the alarm. I've lost sight of that monkey now, going, I think, down towards the water on the other side. Yes, indeed, cooling down. Carol, that's, why they put their legs up in the air like that, exposing their belly to the breeze. It's a quick way to cool off. Often find lion and leopard doing that. Hyena as well. This is such a great spot, eh? Love this waterhole. Monkey's busy making his way around the back edge of the water. They sleep in the trees where he's headed now. And this is a male. And so he might be going to just go scout out the trees and make sure there's no danger close to the trees, which might mean he'll go up into the tree itself, and maybe once he's up there he might spot the movement of one of these lionesses. So what you'll find is these monkeys will send a scout up ahead. Baboons do the same thing. The troop will be feeding on the ground. One of the members of the troop go up ahead and scout up ahead just to make sure there's no danger. Oh, there we go. Looks like a female coming over towards the male here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're heading up to roost now. Going to be interesting to see if they detect this pride. Of course, when the pride is lying dead still like that, you'd be amazed how these monkeys will miss them. Won't see them because they're not moving. But as soon as one of the lionesses puts her head up to groom or to, maybe get up and move to a new position, I wouldn't be surprised if these monkeys start alarm calling. Those monkeys, by the way, have now made their way up into the trees where they sleep at night. They're just climbing up to their favourite spot. Such an idyllic afternoon, oh my word. Every now and then. No, that's cool. First one of the season.
I haven't seen a ship go unleaded before.
Oh, really?
No, the guys are reporting them on Kaya. Bush told me when I first got here 5 years ago that he had one drinking at his house. But I haven't seen them unleaded.
Huh.
Okay, there's room for one more on the jam wall. Thank you. One pulled it here earlier, yeah, you hear that? Yeah, I said so, Yeah, I got the two shrimps here, and that wet catch over there that I drank.
These lionesses haven't moved a muscle, eh? Somewhere in the main drainage line along Wildefay, but heading, yeah, the general movements going west towards the Sunslit. No, go back this way. Yeah. We're just busy discussing the herd of elephants, everybody. Kevin reported the bull pinging not too far from here, actually. And so it was probably him who was here at the waterhole at some stage today and created all of this lovely wet mud that the lionesses have slept in this afternoon. And Simon, who's here with us in the sighting with the lions, has seen a track of the bull close to the water's edge. Carol, I see you've picked up on the conversation that Simon and I were having about the first of the season. No, we're talking about a shikra, one of the small accipiters, bird of prey which Simon hasn't seen on Leadwood. Look at this view with the sunset as well, everybody. It's incredible. Another magic afternoon here on the Rietspruit Game Reserve. Rhino and calf. It was just such a treat bumping into them, and now this amazing setting with the lionesses. Two days in a row now where we've had incredible sightings. Yeah. Common. What's moving in the water over there? I think it must have been a terrapin, because it's disappeared. No, I saw movement in the water there. I thought it was a monitor lizard, but I think it's just a terrapin. Monkeys are still up in their tree and haven't said a word. They don't know that these lionesses are here yet. See, there's now a baby monkey up there too. Monkeys are busy grooming themselves. Looks like the little baby's busy feeding on the flowers of that tree. Looks like a knobthorn. And that female vervet monkey that went up into the tree is busy grooming the male. Alright everybody, I think I'm going to give it another 5 or so minutes here, and then I think we might carry on. There are some other folks that would like to come and see the pride. We're going to move out and make space for them and let them come and view them, especially now with these females just sleeping the way they are. But certainly lovely to catch up with the pride and to know that they've eaten recently. As I say, they are thriving, absolutely thriving here on the Rietspruit Reserve. Betty, I see you asked the question, the monkeys, would the monkeys' alarm call even if the lions were asleep? Definitely. They definitely would. But because the pride's not moving at all, dead asleep here, I don't think those monkeys have any clue that they're here. Remember, a monkey doesn't pick up colours like our eyes do, so they'll pick up on sort of light and dark tones, and their eyesight is brilliant at picking up on movement. And because the lions are completely motionless right now, I don't think they've picked up on them at all. Oh, here we go, the Impala right here, everybody. Look at this, lioness is busy stalking. Those Impala I just mentioned are coming in right here to drink. I'm sure these Impala are going to see them now though, surely. The Impala, everybody, are literally only 20 yards beyond the pride here. There we go. Shame. That's their drink for the evening ruined. They've just spotted the lionesses. Incredible. Look at the lionesses all prick up. And the Impala have taken off. It's their lucky day. They might not get a drink this evening, but they didn't run into the pride. Wow, listen to the alarm calls of the Impala here. Most upset that these lions were at their waterhole. I'm sure relieved that they spotted them before they got too close to the water's edge. Those alarm calls are getting more intense. Very grumpy Impalas. But as I was saying before, everybody, you can clearly see the lionesses aren't really showing much intention here. And that's because, firstly, they're full. There's no need for them to hunt. But secondly, now, with the Impala having seen them, that element of surprise is all gone. So they'll probably give up on them pretty soon. All right, everybody, I can hear the next vehicle busy approaching, so we are going to head off. Well, very cool to have firstly seen the pride, but secondly to have that exciting moment with the Impala coming close. Cheers, Birdman. Oh, that was very cool. Oh man, there's a couple of Impala there with a slightly raised heart rate right now. Very cool moment that. Right, now it's time to find a leopard, everybody. Eyes peeled, buddy. Eyes peeled. Leopards will definitely be active now. Now I am going to also be heading up towards Boskamp. That's the general direction I'm going to be taking. And I believe the male lions ended up in that area this morning, so you never know, we might run into the male lions as well. I'm leaving the Pride still stationary, same position, with Birdman in control, and I think 3 vehicles there currently. Leopard, 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 leopard. Yes, come on, leopard. Stop being so elusive for a change. How about you just walk along the road for us tonight? Oh, that would be a nice treat. Just going to stop and listen here for a couple minutes, everybody. I mentioned before how we were in the territory of this other leopard. I just want to see if we don't get any other alarm calls or hear the leopard calling itself. quiet. Beautiful how peaceful it is out here. No alarm calls, however. None yet.
I've located the herd in front of 391 in the Rietspruit, the western side of the Rietspruit. Say again, Kevin.
That's amazing. I've just heard Kevin report on the radio that the herd of elephants are busy feeding right in front of my dad's house in the riverbed. That's very cool. Carol's asked the question if we've seen any chameleons recently. No, not yet. Still dormant. Although with the temperatures climbing the way they are, I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing them very soon. Certainly already seen one or two tortoise tracks. I actually haven't seen the tortoises themselves, but I've seen their tracks on the road. Certainly a lot of snake tracks now. So a lot of the reptiles are starting to get active already. No flat-necked chameleons yet. just about to get onto the airstrip here above Boskamp, and it's one of the most stunning views on the property at this time of the day. Look at that skyline. Incredible. So this, of course, everybody, is where we released those 2 elephant bulls a couple months back. We're right outside camp here now at Boskamp. Apparently the male lions were here this morning. They might have moved on though, because I'm seeing lots of monkeys around here and Impala. They're all very quiet, very relaxed. Certainly haven't seen any tracks of these lions either. Great view of the Drakensberg Mountains from up here, that's for sure. You can understand why the family picked this as their spot to put their camp. Betty's asked the question, where do chameleons spend their time during the winter? Yes, some of them do go underground, some of them remain in their trees. And yeah, they're pretty dormant through the winter months. Not to say that you won't see a chameleon in winter, but for the most part you don't. Alrighty. Just go around Boskamp and see if I don't see any tracks of these male lions. Might find that the lions, the males, have probably pushed on from here to the eastern fence line. The fence is obviously a little bit closer here, and we know that these male lions do spend a lot of time down there. Wide-eyed, I see you asked the question, which family? It's the family that own this section of the Rietspruit Game Reserve. That's their family camp. It's just a holiday camp. They come out here quite often with their family and friends and stay in that camp. But they own this entire southern section of the Rietspruit Game Reserve, the farm we call Blaubank. Alrighty everybody, sadly it's that time of the day again. We've run out of time, but it's been another exceptional afternoon here on the Rietspruit Reserve, and I've loved every single minute of it and loved sharing it with all of you. Thank you to all of those that joined us this afternoon. stay tuned tomorrow night. We've got a very exciting another episode of me out tracking big game, which will be a lot of fun. So I hope you'll all join in tomorrow evening. But yeah, have a wonderful day everybody. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you soon.